Sometimes when people tell me they don't have enough time to learn Swedish, I question this a little bit and I say, well, maybe couldn't it be that it's more like motivation or lack of priorities, something like that? And people get angry and tell me, you know what, Werner, this is ridiculous. I have a job, I have a girlfriend or a boyfriend, I have kids, I have a cat, my mother is sick, I need to take care of her. All of these things are, of course, more important to me than learning Swedish. And I get that. And I don't want to do victim blaming. I don't want to tell you that it's your fault if you don't make progress and you just have to motivate yourself and kick yourself in the ass or something like that. No, I understand it's difficult, and therefore we need to look at this problem in a little bit more detail, because I don't want to tell you that there is a miracle and you can just learn Swedish by doing it 5 minutes on Mondays and on Thursdays, and after 3 months you'll be fluent. It will not work like this, and you know it, right? So how do we solve it? Well, you might notice that you do a lot of things during the day that actually have absolutely no priority in your life, but you still do them just because you do them. You know, like you brush your teeth, you go to the shower. Well, maybe the showering has some priority, but the teeth is a really good example. We do that, most of us, like maybe twice a day, maybe even 3 times a day. It takes a couple of minutes. We just do it. We don't even think. So even when we've had a busy day, we come home late at night, we want to go to sleep right away, but still we go to the bathroom in 3 minutes, we brush our teeth, okay? So what can we learn from this? 2 things, I think. One is a concept that I'd like to call limited priority. What I mean is, yes, learning Swedish is less important than your family and your job and your kids and your friends and but for 10 minutes a day, or maybe 15 or maybe 20 would be ideal. That's when Swedish has the priority, number 1. And the 23 hours, 45 minutes, the rest of the day, all the other things have the top priority, okay? So for example, when you come home from work, 15 minutes, just Swedish, okay? Your kids have questions, yes, in 15 minutes. Your partner wants something, yes, in 15 minutes. But not now. 15 minutes Swedish, and then all the other things in your life are allowed to take their top seat again. And you might notice that when you do something like this, firstly, it just becomes a habit. So after a while, it just becomes natural for you. You just do it, like the brushing of the teeth. You just do it, and then over a long time, you make progress, of course, in Swedish. And the other thing is that miraculously you just find this time. So it's not like that your mother starts complaining why you don't visit her anymore. No, if sometimes we squish in something like a short amount of time into the day, then it somehow works. Somehow the day gets more time. The other thing we can learn from the toothbrushing or the showering is, or can learn, it's not really something to learn, it's something to maybe try and play around with. We have so much of this dead time during the day, and we can also use it to learn languages. So for example, if you go on the bus to the office in the morning, you can play around on Duolingo and repeat some Swedish phrases. When you're in the shower, you can practice pronunciation. You can practice talking to yourself. 10 minutes while you're in the shower, you can talk to yourself in Swedish. It's not illegal in any country in the world, as far as I know. So you can do that. If you do that every day, of course, it will give you experience, and you will see that all the time adds up. So here, 10 minutes in the shower, and here, 10 minutes on the bus, and then the 15 minutes that are super holy and where you only do Swedish. All of that together will give you quite some time, and over the weeks and months, if you do that regularly, you will see that somehow, miraculously, you manage to fit in Swedish into your busy schedule. So let me know in the comments, how are you going about this? Maybe you have a few other creative ways of somehow miraculously creating the time for learning Swedish in your busy schedule. I'd be curious to know.